just really want to talk for just a couple of minutes, 3 or 4 slides, just to talk about the guild that we're initiated, and then just have a few questions or something like that. Since this time last year, we've had just over 11,000 new members coming in. It basically means there's a new joiner coming every 45 or so minutes if you take a rolling average over the period. We have 170 plus members from around the world who are getting involved in helping define what we believe are planning standards in terms of what it means to be a planner. And that's happening now on the planning career path, as well as the budgets and estimating career path, as well as claims, contract awareness, that kind of thing, and how those roll into the overall project controls remit. So moving on from there, to work with the Guild, we have approached corporations. A couple of them have been here today. We're looking for global companies, which we're working with, talking about the BP and the Bechtels, who are looking to work with the Guild and take information from the planning standards and give it to them. We're working so that we have some rigor and some support and kudos from these companies, so that it's not just a case of it's a group of us planners defining what we think it is to be a planner or a schedule or controls guy. So that's coming along pretty well. When we launch the Guild on the 11th of November, we're going to go live with the companies that are formally putting their logos to this thing. That's going to be the exciting part of it. We've got 7,211 as of this morning or last night who are on the wait list to join the Guild. There's a few things online that we do with a simple self-assessment, just so that people can understand where they sit in terms of strengths and gaps in knowledge and stuff. And as I mentioned before, on the major companies, we've got 73 who are defining their intent to come forward and support the Guild. And these are along the lines of the Arabs, McDonald's, Macy's, those kind of quality of companies. So that's where we think we'll get our support and our kudos, if you like. We also have the first full-time employee of the Guild, Rebecca Hardman, who's hiding away because she thinks I'm going to ask her to stand up. But she's the full-time membership person to guide people through the Guild and the process there. What's going on globally? Planning Planet, as you know, is just is a website and a web community, but we're bringing things together by regional meetings. We've had and we have meetings there. You can see in London, Spain, Germany, various cities within Australia, Melbourne, Adelaide. We've got 2 Melbournes in there: Sydney, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi, Qatar, several places in Africa, Jian in China. We've got the Yemen kicking off next week, Bangalore, Mumbai, and one in Hong Kong. So we're starting off user groups where people are just meeting to talk about planning, social events, networking, and to learn a bit more about what they can get from the Guild, how they can help, and the things that they need to do. So those are where we're putting face-to-face stuff away from an invisible community online. We've also now initiated special interest groups. We've got companies and individuals supporting, online groups to talk about petrochem, to talk about different elements. We've got a building information modelling group that one of our colleagues, Matt, is pushing on. I don't remember writing that. Today's proceedings are being filmed, so we're going to put everything onto the web. We've had, when we advertised this event and said we're here to meet people, we've had many people say, I can't come because I'm so far away. So what we're doing is the presentations are going to be online, interviews and sound bites from different people, so that the people that can't come, and for these regional meetings, they'll be using that information to explain a bit more about what's happening. So if you want to, get yourself in front of the camera and we'll put you online and you can tell everyone how great you are. Okay, the Guild in terms of its operation. We've had several meetings, mainly in London, but a lot of Skype calls from different senior managers around the world who have come together and talked about what it means to be a planner, what the skill set or the shopping list should be to show basic or intermediate or senior level of competence. The points here really outline what they and we believe the Guild should be, and it is now starting to be run by elected volunteers from the community. It is going to be and is transparently run. It has a not-for-profit remit. It's supported by these major companies that we've talked about. For example, BP, as of next year, will only consider planning specialists who have guild membership of some sort. It's there to promote professional standards, and mainly the more important thing is to look at the career path. On the matrix that Chris Carson showed earlier on, he'll show it again today and then tomorrow, is how we being this group of planners have come together and define what we believe the career path is. So in a vertical way, you have a junior planner up to a planning manager, and then in a similar effort, you have a set of knowledge that you need on contracts and admin, and you have the risk management type of thing. You have the estimating and the cost side, and all of those things come together to be the project controls element. So that's the main reason there is the career path, so that we can identify the skills and see how we can self-improve from there. Okay, in terms of how the guild is running now, those bullets there show really the committees is a horrible word, but the groups of people that are meeting either virtually or face-to-face in different areas. We have a management support group which oversee and manage how the guild operates internally. We have a membership review team that deploy and operate the standards that another team has said this is what it means to be a planner. We have another team which is doing the strategic development, and they're really looking at what the guild should do and how it should work and where it should be going. The interesting one we have is following on from there. We've got the infrastructure support, and that's essentially guys looking at how we roll out, evaluating your own skills online or face-to-face with your employer or that kind of thing. The professional standards is the interesting thing where all the work is being done, is defining what it means to be a planner. Should you know about cost, risk, earned value, different types of scheduling, how you update your program, how you run it, how you do change control, those kind of elements. And that's where the group of people are looking at that. Then we've got the educational development group, which is looking at how one would use those standards to define your competency levels, whether you have a basic understanding or a senior level type of thing. It's really how you use the guide of planning to your advantage there. And then we've got the collaboration and promotion thing. We're doing a lot of work with the professional bodies that already exist, the PMI, AACEI, the APM, the CIOB, and working out, we've got a group of people there to work out how we build bridges with those agencies. And so myself as a planner, if I love the APM and I have accreditation for whatever that means, that should mean I can get entry into the guild in some way. I shouldn't have to pay any more money, or I shouldn't have to jump through too many more hoops. That should be my choice. So we're building bridges with those to try and have an alliance along the line to say, if I'm an ACOST or an AACEI member and I've shown my competence in that should give me ticks in the box to show against this guild entity where I sit and what I've achieved. So what we're looking for, there are some slots still open in these ongoing committees for people to get involved if they want to, and we're advertising that online. Some people give a lot of time, some people don't. The issue is those of us that are good at what we do, we're all very busy, and by virtue of that, some people jump in regularly. Some people have to say, I can't make this conference call, I can't make this meeting. That's life, and that's the way it works. If people were no good and involved, they'd have lots of time. We don't want those people. We want the ones who only have a little bit of time and manage things. That's the fascinating part of this. So anybody here who's interested in getting involved in any of those areas, please do, join the others online who are adding themselves to those teams, and we're building on from there.